Hello everybody from Vita Bergsparken, White Mountain Park. Yes, Nordic Lightbringer. I used to be Viking Demon Slayer, but Spirit told me that the demon slaying mission is done. It's done, it's finished. No more demons. So I'm Nordic Lightbringer. But that's not the reason why I'm live. First of all, I go live when Spirit tells me to. So it's like, that's the primary reason. Okay, so let's see. I'm opening up this space. So yes, the Schumann. For those of you who don't know, the Schumann resonance is also called the heartbeat of the planet. There is a science lab in Tomsk in Russia that drilled a hole deep, deep, deep into the earth many years ago with, I don't know, they put in a whole bunch of technical things in that deep, deep, deep hole, measurement instruments to measure the energy, and I mean electrocurrents, electromagnetism, emanating from the core of the planet. And the instruments measure several of things linked to the magnetism, the electricity, plasma. It measures several of things, but the most famous thing that it measures is the Schumann resonance. It's the name of the scientist that discovered this so-called heartbeat of the planet. His name was Dr. Schumann. So, what's the deal with the Schumann resonance? Well, let me tell you. The Schumann resonance is believed to have a direct correlation with ascension, with the consciousness, the spiritual consciousness of us humans here on the planet. Pretty cool, eh? I believe this to carry some truth. I also believe that nobody on the planet has all the facts. So I always keep an open mind and open heart, right? So what happened on 18th of June this year, 2023, is that the Schumann resonance, the graph that is measured live on the internet for anybody to see. The scientists in Tomsk, they have a live feed for anybody to go to. And it looks like an embroidery pattern right now. Usually the images are just yellow and white, basically stripes. It's basically a pretty basic graph. So for years, many of us have been looking at this graph and like, oh, sometimes it's white and that's good. That means that there were spikes in our consciousness. We raised our vibration for a little while, but the spike always ends. And then we're back to blue and green, which means that there is very little activity. Well, 18th of June, all of a sudden, nobody knows why. I know there are psychics that kind of, I don't know, they have their theories and they present them as facts, but I don't know, nothing is resonating 100% with what anybody is saying personally. I'm not saying they're wrong, I'm saying it doesn't resonate with me personally. So what's happening is that now the graphs, instead of these spikes, you see this beautiful embroidery pattern, like beautiful lines, the most intricate, almost like the flower of life. So you can tilt the graph now and you will see hearts and diamonds, which in my opinion represents Archangel Schumann and Archangel Christiel. I know that those have, Christiel has the symbol of the diamond and Schumann has the symbol of the heart. I also saw the infinity symbol, and that's Archangel Cassiel, who is also one of the moon angels. And there are many, many patterns with the specific calling cards of angels in it. So the angels are communicating with the planet, and it is visible in 3D. This is how I see it. This is my interpretation. I believe that the more we connect with our root chakra and our earth star chakra, which is 30 centimeters below us. I mean, it's in the ground, literally, here, underneath us, right? The more we connect in love, in compassion, in this beautiful, beautiful, divine, loving grace, and we invite our highest selves, I think the graph will go even more nuts and even more patterns will be shown. I think that the patterns are here to stay, and maybe they will fade out from the physical graph, the Schumann website. Maybe. And if it does, it's not a sign that the angels left us or that we are doing anything wrong. Quite the contrary. Nobody's doing anything wrong. It would simply mean that it's the next level of evolution, of ascension. So what you can do to tune in to this Schumann field, the energy of these beautiful, beautiful patterns that you see when you look at the images, right? You intend, my friend. It's as easy as that. You intend, you ground yourself, you basically empty your mind as much as possible. I know it's not 100% possible. I can't either, okay? Man, I have stuff to do in 3D, you know, laundry, that stuff. It's okay. So you empty your mind as much as possible and you say, I now connect with my consciousness to the Schumann resonance. So try it. As we speak, try it. Say it with me. I connect with my consciousness to the Schumann resonance. See? And you open up your energy. You allow yourself to feel anything that comes up. And guess what? Earlier today, I needed to cry. So my eyes are a little bit puffy, no makeup, no nothing. I needed to cry. And I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna fix this sadness that I'm feeling. I felt that the sadness was deep and it wasn't all mine. I felt like, frick it, I need to cry. I need to let this go once and for all. Not because I have to, not because I have to forgive anyone. It's to allow myself the release, to help myself on my journey of self-love. And it works. So let me know in the comments how it feels to connect consciously with the Schumann. Right. Beautiful, right? So I want to talk a little bit about blocks. People ask me, how do I know where my block is? How can one possibly know, especially if it's in the subconscious? And you know what? The best questions are the simple questions. So I love this question. And I haven't really addressed it in any video so far. It was just too simple for my complicated brain to figure out, yeah, hey, you know, make a video about that, Martina. So, how do you know where your block is? Okay. This question is freaking brilliant, and the answer is so simple. So, you think to yourself, okay, What is it in my life that feels shit? What in my life feels shit right now? If it's money, that means you have a money block. If it's love, it means you have a love block. I have both, Martina. Yeah, because money and love are like this. They're super closely intertwined, super close. Abundance and love are 100% from the same source. So usually, actually, if you have a block in one area, you can bet your butt you have it in the other. Maybe it's like not both super bad or one is better than the other. But so far, and I've been a professional healer for more than 10 years now, they're related. I know the same in my life. When I feel loved, when I feel open for love, when I feel that it's safe for me to give love and receive love, that's also when I have the most money. And when something happens and I fall for the illusion that I lost love, which is impossible, but it's an illusion, and we all fall for it sometimes. It's human. It's a part of the human experience. Then I'm like, damn. And I close down. I go down. I go inward. And it's like money just dries up. Yeah. So that's how you know that you have a block. It's that area in your life that when you think about it, you shut down and you feel, why can this never just fix itself? What am I doing wrong? What the fuck am I doing wrong with this thing? And it just keeps on happening. What the fuck? And I'm just so unlovable. Something is wrong with me. I'm destined to be poor. I'm destined to be all alone. What the heck? And people that are totally not nicer than me, they get to have love. They get to have money. What the heck is wrong with me? The answer is nothing. Nothing. You are bumping your head against that block. That's what's happening. You're bumping against it. And you don't have to. You can dissolve it, right? You can. You totally can. God knows I have gone to healers and coaches to dissolve mine, and it's a journey. It's a journey. When programming is deep, because in the 3D experience, you experience 3D. So it's normal to have blocks. Even all the gurus that make the perfect videos and they sell out big stadiums, they have their own blocks. They prefer not to tell their audience, but as long as we're breathing, as long as we're here on the planet, we definitely have lessons to learn. It's when the lessons are learned, it's when our contracts are finished, that's when we leave the planet. And we leave the planet, I mean our bodies physically die. Okay, my loves. So let's see. I've mentioned Trammel, I've mentioned Christiel, I've mentioned Cassiel. Those are the three angels that I see in the Schumann. I feel that they are inviting us to call upon them. If I was you, I would call upon their names, ask them for guidance, ask them to show themselves to you. You can ask them for a sign. Yes, you can. They will give you a sign, and it might not even be logical. It might not make sense, but the sign will be there. I am wearing a sign. So first of all, this key that Spirit guided me to buy on eBay. But I want to talk about this cross. See, it's pretty, eh? I like it. This cross has been in between the mattresses of my parents' bed for at least 20 years. At least 20 years. Nobody knew My dad decided one day to do a deep cleaning of the bed after 20 years. So he lifted both, these are heavy box spring mattresses, like big ass heavy, right? So he lifted them because he wanted to dust under the frame, I think, or something. And then clinkety clonk, he saw this cross. My parents are basically atheists, besides my dad, who loves Neil Donald Walsh, but they are not religious. Nobody that has been in their bed, I don't know anything about their private life, thank God, so I'm guessing not too many, right? Nobody has worn a cross. It doesn't belong to any one of us. It doesn't make sense how the cross even got there. But of course, my dad, we share Neil Donald Walsh fascination, and we read his books and we talk about them often. And he was like, yeah, I think this is your cross, Martina. Do you want it? I was like, heck yeah, I want it. Mystery cross. This is a sign. If you find something in your house that is not supposed to be there, but it definitely is, because hello, that's a sign. Nobody asked for this specific sign. I did not pray, ooh, yeah, I want a new cross. No. Divine chose the sign. The divine chose where to put it in divine timing. And I have a feeling that it has been there for many, many, many years. Ready, waiting, patiently waiting for someone to find it. That's how it works with these divine signs. So, yeah, you guys, this was today's live. Quite spontaneous. So I will see you Swedish-speaking beautiful souls tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. And if you want psychic readings from me, you can either book with me. I will, from August 1st, be available, Södermannagatan. You can see me live. You can touch me. Well, appropriately. And we can have a good old time, right? And a third option is to become a member of this channel. I will go live and give psychic readings. I go live 8:30 every Thursday for my members only. And then you can ask questions and I will answer them straight from the angels. And that live is usually in English, even though I think 99% of the people that are members are Swedish actually. But that live is definitely in English every single time. But Ljusnytt on Wednesdays, that's in Swedish. So, okay, you guys, I'm gonna hop off. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the chat. I will continue going seemingly randomly live throughout the summer, actually. So, yeah, that was it. That's the live. That's it. This is it. Bye-bye.